Welcome to the Uncensored Journey podcast. Today, our topic is gratitude and positivity. I'm here today with Cyndee. This is Gabriela.
Yay, thanks, Gabriela. As we all know, gratitude is super important because it has the power to transform our mindset, enhance our well being, nurture relationships, and bring more joy and positivity into our life. It is a simple yet powerful practice that can be incorporated into daily life to reap its numerous benefits. With that said, Gabriela, what are three things that you're grateful for today and why?
Thank you for asking. I am grateful for my health because it's the foundation of the other three bodies: emotional, spiritual, and mental. I am grateful for my friends and family. I am grateful for having the opportunity to constantly learn and explore new ways of helping my clients and my friends and family to elevate while also letting go of their baggage. What about you?
Awesome. Thanks for asking. I today I'm grateful for the willingness to try new things and to choose myself every day and keep learning new things and keep on this journey of self-discovery and keeping my self-esteem and self-worth up. I'm also, like you, I'm very grateful for my friends and family that I can count on. And I'm learning that as I get older, my circle gets smaller, but the relationships get stronger as well. And I'm super grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for my health. I know it doesn't sound like I'm super healthy right now. My voice is kind of going out, but for the most part, I'm healthy and I go and work out and exercise and eat well and do all the things I need to do to keep a healthy lifestyle, and I have the ability to do that. So I'm always grateful for that.
Excellent.
So hopping right back into the next question I have for you is that if there's a skill or talent or any personal trait that you have that you're grateful to possess, and how has it positively impacted your life or the lives of others?
Mm,
I can go first if you want to think about it.
no, I have it.
Okay, go.
One personal trait that I'm grateful for, and I think that my friends are grateful for, is loyalty. And that has impacted my life generally very positively. Um, when I believe that when someone is in need, especially a friend, or if someone needs to talk things out, I show up and I'm in integrity with being there, right? And if anyone needs help or support, I'll do my best to be there in whatever capacity they need me to. What about you?
Awesome. Something very similar. I talked before about building my self-esteem was a lot of keeping my commitments, doing what I say and saying what I do, and making sure that I show up for the people and that I love. And so showing up and keeping my commitments are one of the things that I'm grateful to possess today. I can't say that I always have possessed that. Excuse me. I just had an instant. My nephew just got married a few weeks ago, and at his wedding, his sister came up to me, who is 23, and I have a strong connection with my nieces and nephews because I show up for them. And my niece called it out, and she says, she goes, "Thanks for." It was in New York, so it wasn't like it was down the street. I live in California, so it was a trek, but you show up for the people that you love. And she says, Auntie, you always show up for us. And I said, you know what? I'll always will show up for you. And you show up for the people that you love. And she goes, I know. And you taught me that. And I was so touched by that because that wasn't always the case in my life. And I'm so grateful that my nieces and nephews don't remember a time when I wasn't so good at showing up. But I I took a lot of pride in that, and it really impacted my life in a positive way, um, because that's ultimately what I want to do is show up for the people that I love and keep my commitments, even if it's hard. And I want them to know that the people important in my life, I want them to know that they can count on me, and I will do the best I can to make things happen for them. So yeah, super similar answers.
Just, on the same wavelength.
Exactly. Um, is
Wait,
there? Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
Go on.
Is there a challenging period in your life that you have overcome? And how did that experience shape you? What are you grateful for as a result?
So, there's been a couple of times in my life where I have gotten laid off from jobs and not been able to find a new one for quite some time. And not having an income is a scary thing, but it also teaches you to be grateful for the things that you do have, and not taking the little things for granted. Uh, I got laid off 4 days after I bought my first house, and I was like, "Crap, how am I going to pay my mortgage?" Like I was in a lot of stuff, but you know, um, keeping with my tradition of my gratitude lists and all of the self help stuff that I was doing, or self work that I was doing. Um, I was able to survive for 19 months with no income. And so I really, I really honestly believe that the reason why that happened was because I was able to stay grateful, and I was able to stay positive in a bad situation. And I was able to switch the perspective from, oh, sucks, my life is over, to everything's going to work out. And so, it's just interesting to find you could always find something to be grateful for. Even like some days it's my toothbrush and that I have toothpaste. Some days it's I find a good parking spot. And I actually celebrate things, little things, because it's important for me to realize that the gratitude is everywhere. There's always something to be grateful for. So, how about you?
Yeah,
Is there
absolutely. Um, yeah, so my focus right now is working with corporate executives. And at the same time, I am also looking forward to working with women that have come from an abusive background. When Before I started my 7-year healing journey, I was a college graduate with an abusive boyfriend and with nothing in my name, because he managed to cut everything and everyone out of my life. And so I basically, at the age of 31, I had to start over. And so I've done, catering jobs, Uber jobs, up until like I actually was able to find a stable opportunity and a stable job. And looking back, I am incredibly grateful for what happened, not because, anyone wants to get abused, to be beaten up or abused or anything like that, but because it really corrected my course of being on a spiritual path and learning how to love myself. Because, the reason why that happened, I ended up being in an abusive relationship, was because I was self-destructive, and the frequency I was giving out to the world was inviting to chaos. And had that not happened, I would have never known about this amazing world that is filled with gratitude, love, power of manifestation, and so much more. So yeah, I think that was one of my biggest lessons, and I'm very grateful for the experience.
It's super interesting that the worst of situations in retrospect are the things you have the most gratitude for because it changes your life, like you said, the path of your life into something that's way better. And it's always it for me, like I find that always happens. Like looking back, the shitty situations are always what has turned around into the most amazing opportunities. You're so right.
That's right.
Is there any past accomplishments or successes that you're proud of? And what did you learn from that experience? And how does that contribute to your gratitude?
Mm. Oh, well, it may be little to some, but to me, it was really big when it happened. Um, I quit smoking. So for a very, maybe like 15 years, ever since I've been in college. I'm 38 now. So since the age of 20, I was either smoking hookah, cigarettes, um, and mostly socially, but then, between the ages of 25 to 31, I was smoking a lot of flavored tobacco, and then I transitioned into vaping. And I had the realization one day that the reason why I was smoking was to numb my heart and to not really deal with my heart chakra wounds. And when I had that realization, I was able to quit. And now I've healed my relationship with tobacco. Last year, I went to Peru to study ayahuasca and other plant medicine, and I only use it in a ceremony setting, or if I've had a really ungrounding experience that asks for clearing that's stronger than other practices that I do. And so I've transitioned from using tobacco to escape and as a way to not deal with my emotions, to now have reverence for it and see it as the beautiful and powerful plant that it is. And yeah, I'm extremely grateful for that. And how it contributes to my gratitude. Well, it's I'm grateful for every experience, because the more I experience life, I realize that everything has a meaning, everything has a reason for crossing my path. And yeah, it's just beautiful to notice. Yeah. And what about you? What is a past accomplishment or success that you are proud of? And what did you learn from that experience? And how does it contribute to your gratitude?
Well, I'm super grateful that you quit smoking because I worry about things like that. So awesome. But I think my answer to this question would be just really starting to work on myself and really learning how to like myself and eventually love myself. And I'm really grateful that I was able to keep doing it and continuing for all these years, um, and be willing to do the work. And but then also be willing to just keep learning and keep learning more and peeling back those layers of that onion that of yourself, where you think you have it um all figured out, and then you're like, bam, something else happens. And for me, that happened recently. I thought I was doing good. I was going to the gym lots of times during the week, like 4 to 5 times a week. I was eating pretty healthy. um but then, if I look at it really, like, I was this is kind of my thing, is like, fear is a liar and so am I, because um I can totally lie to myself about things and think that I'm like in reality doing all these amazing things. So, you know, I'm going to the gym and I'm eating healthy and I'm like, why am I not losing weight? I've always struggled with weight my whole life, and um trying to be positive about my body, but at the same time, like, not liking it. So I finally got honest with myself and was like, well, what are you really doing all these things? Or is there anything else you could be doing? Because that was the lie I was telling myself, right? It was like, hey, um, you work out all these days, you eat healthy, like what else could you do? Well, it turns out there is other stuff I could do. I wasn't adding things like going for walks, or I wasn't adding like really eating healthy, right? I wasn't adding um there was all those instances of like, oh well, I made cookies, I'll have some, or I made bread, I'll have it. I made this, but it wasn't just like one or two. It was like I'll just keep eating them throughout the day. So like really was I lying to myself? And um the gratitude part comes from uh my willingness to be honest with myself today. That wasn't something that I can say that I was willing to do in previous years. But and also the willingness, I'm grateful for the willingness to like hear from other people, right? So like my mentors in life and my friends that tell me the truth. And I'm super grateful for them, and I'm willing to hear what they have to say. And when we named our three things we're grateful for, willingness was a big one for me, because I think without that, I'm nothing. And I have to be willing to put in the work. So
Powerful, powerful, powerful. Yeah, no, I love that. I love that. And um I'm really glad you share that, because I think, you know, being able to receive feedback um from peers or friends, etc., you know, it's they share with you because they love you. And it's definitely a mindset, because most people look at feedback and they're like, oh, you're just criticizing me. You're just trying to put me down. But no, most people do want to support you, and they want to help you get better. And, you know, everyone's an expert in different areas of life. So I think we could only learn from one another on how to build each other up.
I like that. I have one last question for you. Is there a specific practice or habit that you do to practice gratitude in your life? And do you and how are the results? How has that and how has it impacted your healing journey?
Sure. Well, I practice gratitude for, you know, the last 7 years, and it varies. Lately, over the last year or so, the way I use gratitude is whenever I eat, I say thank you to the Mother Gaia, to the people that have brought it to me, the people that packaged it. If it's, you know, cheese, for example, I do like cheese, or people that have picked the vegetables and fruit, etc. And it just, you know, taking a moment, even just to say that, or even to just say it to myself and then share it externally with other people. You know, I'm grateful for my health, and I'm grateful for the progress I am making on this never-ending journey of healing. So, what about you?
Um, I like yours. But I do daily gratitude lists, and I journal about things that I'm grateful for. I do that almost daily. Gratitude list definitely daily. But I also try to bring it out in my regular life. So if I'm out and somebody is like, if I'm at the grocery store and they check the checker checks you out, I always say, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And or I'm grateful that you helped me out today, or things like that. So I'm trying to spread that. It's you could just be like, hey, thanks, and walk out, or you could just be like, I appreciate your help. But I feel like directing it at that person, like, I appreciate you for I'm grateful that you're helping me with this right now. Like I think that makes a little bigger impact, but it also is a good reminder to me that to keep gratitude throughout the day. um I also try to do that in little things along the way through my day too. I actually keep confetti in my car and by the door of my house because when something great happens, I immediately show gratitude and I celebrate with confetti. It's biodegradable, so
That,
it's not harming the earth. But
love.
um I'm a visual person and some days I take my shirt off at the end of the day and some days it's just full of confetti and I fucking love it because it's another reminder to be grateful and to be happy for the little things and grateful for the little things in life. And I'm talking little things like I have a good parking spot at the store, or like my cousin closes all her circles on her little on her Apple Watch. Little tiny things I celebrate with people and for myself because I'm grateful for those little things in life.
Beautiful. I love that. I want to borrow that. The confetti. It's
I'll send
amazing.
you some. I always, my thing is, I'm always confetti ready. I don't got to get confetti ready because I'm always confetti ready. That's my, that's the joke amongst my friends.
That's
But
right.
well, this has been another very exciting conversation. Do you have any closing remarks?
No, I think I've learned a little bit about you more that I didn't know, and I'm grateful for the new strategies that I got here today. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, I will share that sentiment in that I also gained some new strategies. I'm grateful for the new strategies, but I'm really grateful that the universe put you in my path, and I'm grateful that for the friendship that we have built over however long we've known each other. Not very long, but for some reason it feels like forever. Um, and I'm grateful that you were born, and I get to be your friend. So on that note, thanks for joining us. We look forward to communicating with our community and building the community of like-minded people and sharing gratitude everywhere we go.